I have a little bit of a bonus story. How are we doing on time here? I'd like to spend a couple of minutes and give you this little bonus story because I think it's very germane to what a lot of you are going through. And I want you to know this is what can happen if you keep at it and you give these things I just described an attempt at reaching out to people. You never know. I hope it'll inspire some confidence in you, and also, and not the least bit, it'll share a little bit of me with you and the struggles that I go through that are the exact same things. They are literally the exact same things that you go through, because I'm constantly trying to market myself. You are in the ultimate marketing exercise right now. Even if you have known nothing about exercising or market exercises, you are marketing yourself. So I want to share this with you. So I take a lot of training. And in the summer of 2015, I decided and made a commitment that I was going to spend a lot more time and a lot more effort and train myself and build out these programs to become a coach and a trainer to you in this format. So I said I would spend one entire year and do nothing but share my knowledge with the world. I'm not going to sell anybody anything, and I just want to foster relationships and build a community, get some brand recognition, and really try to help people. A whole year goes by, and every week of that year, pretty much, I put out a blog post and an article. We gave some kind of circulations, some downloads, and some things away. We gave a lot of free stuff away. And then, in April rolled around, May rolled around, and I started taking training on shooting videos. I started doing that in the summer, and I was attending a monthly coaching session with one of my trainers, much like I have with you guys, that you guys come to my monthly sessions. The trainer says to us, he said, and it was about building out your brand. One of the things that you guys should be doing is you should be writing for these columns, and I was already doing that. So some of the online magazines were syndicating my work, but he mentioned the Huffington Post, and he said, I don't know if you guys know this, but you can go to the site in the Huffington Post, and right there at the bottom, it just says, please submit your articles. We welcome any and every, of things of interest. So I said, oh, okay. I tried one. I took one of the articles that I'd already written, and I put it in the Huffington Post, and I filled out their form exactly like you guys would put your resume into an applicant tracking system. I mean, that's exactly what it was. And I didn't really expect much. I didn't have any expectations. I'm assuming they got thousands upon thousands of these every single day. Had no idea how long it took them to look at them or whether they looked at them at all. So that was over the weekend. And then there was a woman who used to work with Kara and me at Mile Walk. Her name is Rhonda, bless her heart. I talked to Rhonda on Monday morning, and I said, hey, Rhonda, over the weekend, I identified 29 articles, and what I want you to do, when you take the kids to school and you get home, you turn the computer on, every morning, first thing to do is take the article in the sequences that I've given them to you, cut, copy, paste, put in my email, and so on, right at the Huffington Post, just go there and submit them. 30 days goes by. 30 days goes by, dead silence. I mean, dead silence. And so I thought, all right, well, I didn't really have any expectations. We spent a lot of time. We took a shot. We gave them plenty of time to review these. I didn't really have any feelings one way or another, because I'm not going to let their viewpoint of my article determine what I think of the value that I could contribute to somebody like you. So I thought to myself, this is a Thursday. I thought to myself, well, I don't know anybody. As I looked, I didn't know anybody at the Huffington Post. I didn't know anybody who knew anybody at the Huffington Post. So I thought, well, I'll just email Arianna Huffington. How hard could that be? So I go and I find her email, which took mere seconds, and I crafted an email to her. And the email went something like this. Thursday night, 8 o'clock, said, hi, Ms. Huffington. I'm a big admirer of you because you're basically amazing, and all, and I pointed to some things. The reason I'm reaching out to you is because I am a career coach, and I offer this kind of value to the world. I have a good platform and a community, but I feel like your platform and your magazine would benefit, your readers would benefit from my insight. It was obviously benefit me, so that's why I'm reaching out. Over the last month, I've submitted 30 articles. I haven't heard back, from anybody, but I thought I'd reach out to you to see if it was of interest. Here's my social media platform with the links. If you have a moment, go here, which is my blog where you can basically get a feel for it. I would welcome any insight and feedback you have. Thank you very much. Okay, Thursday night, go to sleep. Friday morning, I wake up. Now, every morning when I wake up and I open up my email box, I don't know what yours is like, but I have 1,000 emails in the morning. And I kind of cringe like this, and then they all flood in. And so I glance down the column out of my Mac screen, and I look for things that are unique or weird or things that I wouldn't expect, and I just want to make sure that nothing's burning down. I look for, those kind of things. And so there it was, way at the bottom, Arianna at HuffingtonPost.com. She emailed me back, what probably was about 3 hours later, and said, hi, Andy, thank you so much for reaching out to me. I took a look at your stuff. It's fantastic. We would love to feature your voice on the post. I've copied Madeline, the senior, editor in charge of contributors. She will, Madeline, please get Andy set up immediately. The next email was Madeline, said, hey, Andy, here's your username and password. So have at it. You can post as much as you want. The editors, I and the team go through all the submissions on the contributor platform, and then we look and figure out, whether it makes sense for us to promote that to our readers. Have fun. So I knocked off the workday on Friday. I took the same article I initially submitted and I put it in the thing. So I put it in the thing, and then I went to bed. And on Saturday morning, I woke up, and Saturday's a little different. I came down, I made the coffee at like 5 o'clock in the morning. I grabbed my iPad, I open up the iPad, I turn it on, and the mail icons that's sitting there on the bottom of the tray, I went to probably went to get some water or whatever. I get back, I grab my iPad, and I look down at the mail, and there's like 9,000 and some odd in the little red bubble, the little badge bubble or whatever that tells you how many emails you got. I thought, oh my goodness, what the hell happened? So I open it up, and at that time, and I wasn't as familiar to the world as I am now, when somebody would download something from the Mile Walk site, I would get an email that said Jane Doe and janedoe@gmail.com grabbed your ultimate professional resume template. And I would look at all the names that came in, and I wanted to see what people were downloading, and it was a quick and easy way for me to see it. And there was only so many of these. And I'm thinking to myself, what the hell happened? The only thing that I did was I submitted this article. So I went to the Huffington Post, and there it was, right at the top of the business section. The top article, and 9,000 new people who'd never heard of me that are now getting help from me at this moment grabbed something that they needed. And this didn't, and then it sat there for 10 days, and thousands upon thousands more each day just kept grabbing the template or whatever it was that we were circulating at the time. Now, why am I telling you this? Because if you think about it, you got nothing to lose by taking a shot, and you never know what can happen. It only takes one. It only takes one. One person, one company, the right company, but you often will not get a chance or swing at the plate if you don't put yourself out there and you don't send the message. Nothing bad can happen from you sending a very polite, nice email to somebody. Nothing bad can happen to you. And so, this story, it's a little piece of me and kind of how, and this is, we're talking about, July of 2016. I wasn't selling anything. I didn't have any training programs or the coaching platform or all that stuff to offer people. I just wanted to help and was really just trying to figure this out as I was trying to augment my career, make a career change. So for you out there, those steps that I gave you with targeting, for me, I was just targeting this place. And it took me a little while to realize they weren't going to respond to my submissions, so I had to use a different route. So save yourself a bunch of time, stay away from the ATSs if you can afford to, or if there's no other way, and try to start leveraging the relationships that you have to build the relationships that can help you get to where you want to go. So I hope that helps. I hope you enjoyed it. I know that story is probably a little long, but I've never said that to anybody. No one knows that. But, I go through the same kind of struggles, and I have to figure out ways around. Now, that message I sent to Arianna Huffington, that sounds a lot like the Boss Hunting cover letter. So I'd encourage you to check that out. So if you're loving this, I know we had a little hiccup there. Hit the thumbs up. We're gonna go to the chat here. I'm gonna try to find it on this new screen that we're using, and let's take your questions. For those of you that are watching this on the recording, I'll see you next week.